conversations with our queens from across the world. They are entertaining, educating with tons of passion. Welcome to the show, Queens Forever. Greetings to one and all. IndusTV Global welcomes you all to the most exclusive, one of its kind, Queens Forever. This episode is extremely special because we like to welcome the youngest queen. And when I say youngest queen, when is it that she started dreaming about making it big? When is it that she had a vision to truly make her dreams become a reality? It's been too soon, too fast. Our queen, this beautiful episode, is poised, focused, and knows exactly what she's looking for. Having done great philanthropic work already at this young age of 13, she's here to set her records in place. Please join me in welcoming our Miss Teen India New York and Miss Teen India USA, Tanvi Grover. Hello, Tanvi. Welcome to the show, Queens Forever, brought to us by River Comics and the International. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. And how are you today?
I'm good. I mean, really, it is absolutely amazing because you are the youngest, winner of our queen on our show. And I'm so delighted and glad to having met you virtual for now, but very soon see you in the United States. You look so gorgeous, Tanvi. So tell us, how did it all start? At what age did you realize that you wanted to participate in a pageant, or did it just fall in your lap?
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here. I think since a very, very young age, maybe around 4 or 5, I was always watching these Indian soap operas, like with my nanny and my mom. The original thought to do those was to make my Hindi more fluent, but it ended up tapping into a side of me that really enjoyed theater and acting. And then people used to tell me, oh my God, you look like a mini Sonam Kapoor, you should totally go into this. So, from there I was maybe I should try it out.
Wow. And at first we like to know that which is that answer which won you the crown. I want you to feel a little nostalgic because you are our absolutely brilliant reigning queen, and just feel a little nostalgic and get into that moment and tell us, how was it when your name was announced? Presenting Miss Teen India USA and Me Grower, which is that question which won you the crown.
So the question and answer round is also the round that makes me the most nervous. But the key is to have confidence and believe in the answer that you give. So my question was, where in the world would you travel, if any destination? And my answer was that I've already traveled the world since a very young age with my parents, but I believe that there's no place better to learn from than where your roots come from, which is India. And I believe that that's who I am today and why I'm here today.
Oh, beautiful. Applauses for the same. Tanvi, how is it that, at this very young age, you are trained and, of course, groomed, as an all-rounder? So is it a lot of help from your parents, or is it that you went to a grooming school to really know the whereabouts?
So the answer to that is actually both. I have to give a very special thanks to my mom because she's my first friend, my first love, and my first teacher. She is the keystone of my education, and she's the one who helps me groom, whether it's my looks or it's my education. She's the one who found my modeling school, which I went for a couple years. So I think both of those factors really helped me become independent and how to become successful at the age of 13.
At what age did you join the modeling school? I can't believe this. Wow.
Around 6 or 7 during elementary school.
Wow. So kudos to your mom for that and taking that step and realizing, what her daughter is the best at, and who better than mom would know. So I'm really excited and thrilled because I can see, the absolutely bright career in front of you. And of course, as you know that, the doors are always open to films as well. And you already come from an acting school as well. So we like to truly have you in our Bollywood fraternity, in our Indian film industry too. So do you know of someone who's going to help you and show you the path and, of course, allow you to cross the path and join our Indian film industry?
Yes, actually, I did have someone in mind. I was thinking maybe Mr. India or Bharat.
That's amazing. So let's have him right here, right now. Our number one promoter of art and culture in the United States. Well, friends, join me in welcoming Mr. Bharat Goradia ji, who makes every girl's dream come true.
Thank you, Simran, and what a pleasure sight to see two of the most beautiful, multi-talented title holders and sharing the screen with them. It's always a pleasure for anybody. सबसे पहले तो इंडस टीवी के सारे दर्शकों को भरत गोड़िया का सादर प्रणाम, सिमरन को नमस्ते, and Tanvi, now you are a global personality, so आपको global namaste. Tanvi, on behalf of our sponsor River Comics and We International, it is my great pleasure and privilege to welcome you on one of the most outstanding talk show of all time, Queens Forever. A very, very hearty welcome to you, Tanvi. And yes, it is the pleasure of Bollywood to have you in their fold, since they have already welcomed the international artists like Katrina Kaif and Nargis Fakhri, Eli Avram and Evelyn Sharma and Nora Fateh and all. And you have got a double chance because as a child artist also, I think Rekha, Urmila Tondkar and so many other stars have started with a child artist. And till you complete your 18 years, you can also have act as a child artist also. But you look like a very young, beautiful, multi-talented star. So it would be a pleasure for Bollywood and for me also to introduce to the Bollywood. So let us see that whether Bollywood luck is there or not. Because if their luck is shining, then you can have them in the field. So thank you very much once again, and a wonderful career ahead to you. All the best wishes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bharatji. You're watching us on the show Queens Forever, only on IndusTV Global, brought to us by River Comics and We International. See you guys right after you take a very short commercial break. here with Tanvi Grover. Tanvi, tell us, I mean, you have so much to share at this very young age. We are really excited and thrilled at the age of 5 and 6 when you realize that you really want to go ahead and be a part of the pageant. So, what is it that you started working on? Please let all those girls who really want to be in your shoes know about this beautiful feeling of starting very early in your life at the age of 5 or 6. So, what is it that you were concentrating on?
I wasn't exactly concentrating mostly on my looks because I believe that looks is a factor, but it is not the most important factor. In fact, for me, the most important factor is your confidence because let's say you're in your question and answer. Your looks, everyone already sees your looks. That's already on stage, what's on the outside. But what's on the inside, you need to be able to bring that to the stage and make that connect with the audience. Your confidence is how you answer something and how you answer it, like it's what the answer is and like why you believe in it. Your confidence is the way you walk, the way you talk, and the way you bring fire to the stage. So confidence is key.
Amazing. And how did you start working on that? You said you went to a school. What's the best part about going, to a finishing school or a modeling school?
So since I started at a very young age, like 5, 6, I was a very shy girl, actually. And so that really helped me learn how to talk in front of other girls, other boys, other children around me, in front of my teachers. Like as a young girl, like you're very scared because I was always the youngest. First of all, like still 13, still the youngest. So that acting, like the practice and everything, the way my teacher made me like stand up in front of my class and say my monologues or my like scripts, you had to say it alone. You had to learn how to like model alone. Like he would make you go out in front of your whole class, a single girl, and walk and talk even on your first day. So I think that really putting yourself out in the world, even just alone, helps you gain so much confidence.
Amazing. How did it feel and how did you prep yourself up just before the beauty pageant? So you being the queen holder for Miss Teen India New York, which was the first one. And how did you prepare yourself just 6 months before the pageant? What are the different aspects that you looked into just to be a part? And of course, the dream of wearing the crown.
So actually, I had no idea I was going to do this pageant maybe 6 months ago. Like, I think I joined maybe a month before. And even then, my lehenga, we ordered it from India and like it came soon, which is good. But like the preparations, it was very last minute. It was a month ago. I just searched up some possible questions from previous pageants and I started practicing those. I looked at videos from last year's pageant. I learned like some of the questions were the same maybe. I took my mom's heels and I was like just walking around the house in the heels, keeping my back straight, learning how to fit into the tall shoes. So factors like that, just like using stuff from home, using from the internet, like stuff in your closet, like that, all that helps. So, yeah.
Oh my God. Really want to know about this. How was the experience with the stilettos? Were you very comfortable and very flexible wearing them, or you had a hard time learning that?
So thankfully, it wasn't that painful. But as every woman or every girl knows, it hurts your back, it hurts your feet. You feel very like painful after wearing them for hours and hours and hours. But for me, it actually wasn't that hard. I felt like a natural almost. Like I just felt like I'm walking. I felt good in the stilettos. I felt tall. I felt slender. I felt very feminine. And I just love the feeling of wearing heels.
How is that you balance, Tanvi, your school activities at the same time your studies and of course the extracurricular activities? Sorry, it's a big, very big, prestigious title you have, but it definitely comes in extracurricular activities. How is that you balance all of it and still be a professional model?
So some of my hobbies that I actually like to do, I competitively dance, and I've been doing that around the same age I started modeling. I do all styles of dance, whether it's American or like Indian. I play basketball. I do all of my school sports like cheerleading, lacrosse. And when I wanted to get into modeling, obviously the modeling and acting industry, you don't know where it takes you sometimes, and you have to work really hard to get into it. So that's why my plan was always to have my education first. And my mom, she promised me, she said that the only way that I can do acting and modeling as a side is if I do my education on top first. So something I do is I like to like put timers or reminders on my phone. And I do that, like study a couple hours, maybe practice your walk for 5-10 minutes, like timeline yourself, figure out what you need to prioritize. Like if you have a big test coming up, but you have a pageant the same week, figure out what you need to do first, how much time you need to put into each of those things. And for me, time management, I'm like that's not my best, time management is like not my best thing. So I really, really try to like push myself to make sure I'm on time to dance, time to school, get my lehenga ordered before the pageant. Like, I try to get everything done with timelines.
Yeah, that's not an easy task, but you show it as if you're just flawless at it. And it's amazing. Now coming to of course, the important aspect, your first experience with Miss Teen India New York. At the time of the pageant, the moment you reach there and you have the orientation and, the days follow, what was your first feeling of being there? Did you feel in place? Were you a little skeptical, a little scared, a little nervous, or were you very, very confident? Tell us a little bit about your journey at the pageant.
So Miss Teen India New York was actually my first pageant. So like, it's the feeling that when you try something first and then you win, that feeling first was like, whoa, like, oh my God. But before like a day or two, like I'm prepping myself mentally that even if I lose, I learned so much along the journey. I'll learn how to walk. I'll learn how to talk. I learn how to work, even if I lost. But if I win, I know that hard work pays off. And something like, like that feeling with nervousness and hard work, that combination, I think that's the thing that helped me win. So.
Wow. And how was it with your sister queens there? And, those who are, of course, wanted to be in your shoes. How was the experience with all the other queens there?
So all the other girls there were just as beautiful, just as talented. And it was definitely a competition. And I'm actually very, very happy that I was able to make so many friends all over locally in New York. They were all older than me, actually. I was always the youngest everywhere I go. So I liked learning from, like they taught me so much about education, like how to succeed in school. They like just taught me how things go. Some of them have already been doing pageants. So we really connected because we also live nearby each other. Some of us go to the same school. So I just love the experience with my sister queens.
And a little bit about, the fights that you had in case, or maybe not you, but your other sisters, if they had any fights and the quarrels that happened. And was there everything very smooth, or did you actually face a lot of challenges out there?
Actually, it was very smooth. I don't think there was any like cat fights or like, any squirrels between anyone because like they were very loving. It felt like you were actually sisters. Like backstage, if you're like rushing to change, someone will be there with your like chudia or like with your outfits. Like, they'll help you. Like if there's a mishap, they'll quickly go get it. If someone's like dying of thirst, someone will go get you a glass of water. Like there was no like sabotaging fights or, I'm pretty sure that there was some jealousy. Like, everyone has a little bit of the feeling of being threatened by the same girls around you. But if there was, nobody showed it because they're just so genuine and friendly with each other.
You're watching us on the show Queens Forever, brought to us by River Comics and We International, only on IndusTV Global. All of 13 and our queen already has some advice to give everyone. Tanvi, what is that advice you'd like to give to all those girls who really want to be in your shoes and start at a very young age?
Confidence is key because without confidence, you're not going to showcase what you have. Without confidence, you're not going to get anywhere. And confidence plus your dreams, because if your dreams are too small, then what's the point? Your dreams have to be big enough that you want to be able to achieve them. You want to strive to reach a certain goal. So set your goals, achieve them, then set bigger goals, because eventually your dreams have to leave your pillows. And if they don't, they're just worthless if you're not going to carry them out and do it.
Yeah. We're going to talk about Miss Teen India USA, a second experience, and what was the difference between the first and the second one, and how did she really change her entire attitude and, of course, win the title of Miss Teen India USA. But right after this very short commercial break, see you guys soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for We International Founder, President, Chairman, Mr. Bharat Goradia, Bollywood star. Mr. Bharat Goradia with legendary singers from Indian music industry. He believes in spreading smiles over everyone's faces. Sports champion. The Dada Saheb Phalke Award and Bharat Gaurav Pride of India Award winner Mr. Bharat Goradia has been innumerably awarded across the globe for his outstanding work in the field of promoting Indian arts and culture all over the world.
Hello to everyone. Our queen is here, Tanvi. Tanvi, what was the difference between the first pageant and the second pageant? Were you more confident? Were you aware of every single whereabout about a beauty pageant? Or was there some different learning in, of course, the very tough aspect where you have every girl representing their respective state in the United States? So tell us a little bit about Miss Teen India USA.
So definitely the pageants, it was a different whole nother level. Miss USA was a lot more bigger. This time it's not only your state, but another Indian girl from like each state representing. So it was more competitive, but yet the girls were still very friendly. It was competitive because every girl had their talent like way, like the next talent you see on the stage is even better than the last one. Like some girl did karate, some girl sang. So, it was very, very competitive. But from my first pageant, which was the state pageant, I actually learned a lot. Like I learned how a pageant works. So I'm thankful that I did at least a pageant before that. So I got to know like what an evening gown is, what an ethnic gown is. Like I got like, what a question and answer is, how you need to act while you walk, like all that stuff. So I carried that from my state pageant to the USA pageant. But the pageant was definitely bigger because I believe there was like more than like 20 girls, like 30 girls in my category for the teen category. So that was a lot of competition and each girl was beautiful, talented, and well-spoken. So
at that point of time, especially when you know that everyone has the experience that you have and, all the queens are experienced, so there is a different level altogether. How do you console yourself that, yes, I'm still the best? What did you tell yourself?
So for me, like I said, like it's very natural to feel threatened or be jealous of another girl because again, she's also a winner. If she's made it this far and you've made it this far, you're both winners from your state. So definitely I had that little feeling of feeling a little bit threatened, like, oh my God, like it's a lot of competition. How can I make myself stand out? So that's something I told myself at the pageant, that it's not about competing against the girls around you. And it's not about being better than the girls around you, but it's about being the best version of yourself, because a flower doesn't look at the flower next to them. It just blooms. So that's something I like to tell myself.
Yay. At that point of time, of course, what was the biggest learning for you, being a part of India USA?
I think it taught me how big my Indian community is. It taught me how diverse my culture is. Seeing everyone dressed in their own ethnic wear, performing different types of dances. It taught me that Indian culture is so diverse. It's so big, and it's one of the longest running cultures in the world. And then besides that, it also taught me how to believe in myself and how to have much more self-confidence, because you're on a much bigger platform. So, when you level up to a bigger platform, your confidence also boosts itself naturally. So, yeah.
Yay. And of course, coming back to the same question, also this time I want to emphasize on one of the traits that is it could be jealousy, or it could be just a very positive aspect too. Trying to realize that maybe it's not jealousy, maybe it's just, trying to outrun the other queen. Tell us a little bit about this trait. How do you overcome jealousy, especially because everything shows on your face, on your attitude that you wear. And you're very young to understand this, but it seems that you know it all. So how is it that you just take your jealousy behind and make sure that, you at the same time very presentable, and just take her as your sister queen and leave it on destiny? What was your take on this?
So definitely I did feel a little bit threatened by the other girls because again, I'm 13 and they're all going to college and I'm going to like middle school. So I was like, oh my God, like I'm definitely feeling a little bit of jealousy. They're more mature. They're much taller, they're more well developed. And I was just like, I'm a little bit jealous. But how I overcome that is that I remember that we're all part of the same community. I remember that if I'm feeling a little bit jealousy, that they might be also feeling a little bit of jealousy. And the only way that you don't show that is you just smile and you just keep happy and you just keep on walking and you just do you. And that's how you overcome it.
You're very good at winning hearts, Tanvi. That is such a brilliant answer. Wow. So here we know the inner secrets being relieved the very first time, and in a very, very open way, very natural way, because we all obviously, end of the day, want to win the crown, though we are all sisters and we together compete. But of course, the focus is always there. So this brings us to our last part of our brilliant show, Queens Forever, that is a rapid fire round. So are you ready?
Yes.
At this age, do you think you need makeup?
I'm a little bit biased on that. I feel like makeup is not about changing your whole face, but it's about touching up your appearance. At a young age, your face is already pretty like good, like your skin is nice and clear. So, it's a little bit biased. If you're going out, put a little bit lip gloss on, put a little bit blush, you do you. But I don't know, I'm a little bit biased on that. A little bit is good. Don't go overboard, but a little bit is good.
What is your favorite, makeup, be it accentuating the eyes, the lips, and what else? And how long do you take for your makeup?
My makeup takes like 2 minutes. Because I'm very young still, like I said earlier, you don't need that much. All I like to do is touch it up just a little bit. I think in middle school, almost every girl loves mascara. Okay, they're like obsessed with it. That's like their holy grail. Like everyone loves mascara, having nice long lashes. So definitely I like my mascara. I like my lip gloss. I feel like it's a more feminine, like fun, spontaneous look, and a little bit of blush. So that's basically what I put on like in 2 minutes.
Your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject in school? I'm really good at math. I really like the math because I like having an answer to things. Like in English, you don't know the answer. It's very open-ended, but I like getting straight to the point. Like I like figuring out equations. I like problem solving. Like I like all those challenges. So I really like math.
That's interesting. Your favorite color nail paint?
Favorite color nail paint? White, because white's just very genuine, fun, summery. Like I just like white. It goes with everything.
Your favorite round at the beauty pageant?
Favorite round at the beauty pageant? Ethnic wear. I love, love, love Indian clothes. And that's also when we give our introductions. So when I saw women from like different categories of all ages giving their introductions, I realized that women really can do it all because they're all wives, they're all moms. And yet they're excelling in their careers. So I really liked that.
Which is the best subtitle, which is very close to your heart, Tanvi?
I think this catwalk, because when you're walking, it's like your confidence and the way you walk, the way you like fly on stage, the way you set the stage on fire is the way that you connect with your audience. And it really just shows your stage presence. So I think Miss Catwalk, I really like that subtitle.
3 important things you carry with you when you are going for a beauty pageant.
3 things I carry with me. My phone. I can't go anywhere without my phone. Lip gloss. I always like touching up my lip gloss. And perfume, because I feel like at a beauty pageant, everything gets sweaty. You're changing back and forth. So I really like to touch up, perfume.
Your all-time favorite song?
All-time favorite song. See, I don't have a favorite song, but I do have a favorite artist. I really like Drake. And for my Indian song, I actually really like Sheila Ki Javani. I was like obsessed with that when I was like 5 or 6. Like that's on TV. Like I would dress up in Indian clothing like in the middle of the day and literally just dance out to Sheila Ki Javani. So that's always a bring it back home song.
So that's singing or dancing or both?
Both, but dancing is a passion I very like hold close to my heart because I've always been dancing and that's never really stopped. Singing, it's either hit or miss for me. Like it depends. I don't consider myself an amazing singer, but I try to get better at it.
Would you like to sing a line or two for our viewers of India TV Global, if it's possible? Special treat.
Special treat. I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a really, really good line. Maybe like, you got this, girl. You got this, girl. Your confidence is the key to everything. That's all I got.
We loved it. You have music within you as well. And that was absolutely prompt. It was truly, truly amazing. Just want to know that, you have several rounds. And especially when you wear the stilettos and you in your either the swimwear gear. I'm not sure if you have the swimwear round at Miss Tina. I guess you have. Yeah. Am I right?
Not yet, but I think that's if you keep going forward with higher pageants, I think they might include that.
Sure. So I just want to know, be it your couture wear or your evening gown, which is your lucky color? Do you have any lucky color per se for a pageant?
I do have a lucky color. I think red. I always try to include a little bit of red into all my outfits because red just gives me a vibe of being spontaneous and elegant, but in being really bold and like powering, but yet it's so feminine. So I really like the color red.
The actress that you look up to?
Priyanka Chopra, because she's won Miss World. She's an actor and she's an international icon. She's adapted to both cultures and she's someone like I always admire. And one of the quotes that she said that always stuck with me is, you don't have to know what you want as long as you know what you don't want. So I think that's something I always like to tell myself.
What is the last thing you do before you hit the bed at night?
Last thing I do before I hit the bed? Set my alarm for tomorrow because I love to sleep. And if I don't set my alarm, I'll be sleeping all day. So I need to set my alarm. And I'll put like 7 of them because I won't wake up with one alarm. I'll put 7 o'clock, 7:01, 7:02. I'll put that many alarms.
Oh my God, that's so adorable. And I'm so happy having you here on our show. But right now, I have a very special question for you. And this question shall be raised by our very own #1 promoter in the United States of art and culture, Mr. Bharat Goradia ji. Welcome back, Bharat ji. I'm waiting for your question.
Hi, what a wonderful answers this young kid is giving here. It will make jealous to all the beauties who got crowned and they were feeling. I'm very, very happy to hear her out, and especially without having any second, she has answered all the question of yours. So, Tanvi, on behalf of our sponsor, River Comics and V International, I would like to ask you a very simple but interesting question. Do you believe that once a queen, queens forever?
Yes, I think that's a very, very true statement because on your journey of becoming a queen, you learn lifelong skills and you learn lifelong lessons. So I think as you age and your looks change, that mindset is always going to stick with you forever. With or without a title, a queen who becomes a queen will always remain a queen.
Oh, very nice, very nice. She's giving answers like a mature 25, 30 years girl. Huh?
Yeah. I have to frame all the questions, but she's so smart. Wow, she's a blessing. Yeah.
So it's a beauty with brain, right? Anyway, on behalf of our sponsor, River Comics and V International, thank you so very much, Tanvi, for sparing your valuable time, sharing your experiences, and giving the best of the tips to all the young girls who are planning to enter at the very tender age of 12, 13, or teen. You are the role model for them. that yes, if you have got the desire, dedication, and devotion, you can win title at any age. What is required is confidence. That is what you have been stressing out time and again. So thank you so very much, and wishing you all the very best in all your forthcoming projects. And we would love to see, being a US citizen, we would love to see that Miss World or Miss Universe title should come to USA through you. So all the very best wishes and good luck to you, dear.
Thank you so much. It's really my pleasure to be here. I'm very excited to do this interview with everyone. Special thanks to River Comics, IndusTV Global, Mr. Bharatji, and of course, Miss Simran. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. A lovely student certified by John Hopkins, and of course from the University for English, one who's excelled and done great philanthropic work. That is our Miss Teen India USA, Tanvi. She's won hearts all across the world, balanced life in the perfect way possible, and is just the perfect way to win our hearts. Well, we shall meet you in our next episode of Queens Forever with yet another beauty queen from yet another country who's won accolades for her country and is just perfect to make this world a better place to live in. Thank you all. Take care. Global Namaste.